Hi, I'm JJ. Welcome back. This is the new BookTube name tag. So the original BookTube name tag was by Aaron Reads a Book, and basically taking a bunch of different booktuber usernames and making prompts out of them. So Mike and the rest of our group in our Discord kind of made our own version, and we each came up with questions for the prompts that recognize our names and stuff, and then we are to tag somebody and keep adding to that prompt or a prompt using that name. As far as I know, I might be wrong on that part, but I thought it is a good way to get everybody included. Anyway, to first start out, I'm probably gonna butcher this name, but it's at Read with James. So James' channel is SynedocheBookclub. I don't know if I pronounced that right, I guess, but it's a book that uses a figure of speech in the title, and I've been prolonging this because some of these prompts are really hard, and that one was one of them. So I finally found one that has a bit of, I guess, oxymoron in it, but it's Day of Fallen Night. So day and night in the title. And this is by Samantha Shannon. And this is a prequel to The Priory of the Orange Tree, which I really loved. I actually haven't read this one yet, even though a lot of my friends say this one was even better. So I have been looking forward to it. I just have not gotten around to it. But that is my prompt for that one. Patrick's book reviews. His prompt is a book that tricked you into liking it, or a book written by someone named Patrick. So I chose a Pat Conroy book. The only one I've read by him was Prince of Tides, and I loved it. So I was recently at a used bookstore, and they had a bunch of Pat Conroy books, and I bought them all. So this one had been already on my list, so when I found it I was excited, but I bought several other ones by him as well, and this one is Lords of Discipline. The next one, JJ the Bookworm-Blacksmith, and my prompt was a book that features one of your favorite hobbies, or a book that helped you discover a new area of interest. And one of my hobbies is writing, so this is called Gaza Writes Back, and so this is short stories from young writers in Gaza and Palestine. So since it's got writers and rights in the title, and that is something I enjoy, that's why I chose that one. For Mike's Bibliophile-Bookscape, and his is at Bibliophile Reads. A book that feels like home, or a book that feels like an adventure. And I chose adventure. So this is Paula and the Soul Stealer. I haven't fully started this one. I was going to, and then I kind of had a bunch of library books come available that I had to get to instead, so I got like maybe a couple pages into it. But this is by Lori M. Lee, and this is a Laotian-born author, but she is actually from the author, as well as the girl in the story, is Hmong, and they're the mountain people, a group, and so this is one of referencing one of the many tribes there, and I'm really excited about this one because I have a lot of non-fiction Laotian stuff, as well as Hmong short stories and essays and stuff, but I don't have anything that was fiction, so I have been looking forward to this. It's a fantasy series. It's part of the Rick Riordan Presents, so he wrote the Percy Jackson series, and he represents diversity and inclusiveness within the fantasy community, and kind of helps people who are basically within the minority in that scape bring their stories to life, and this is one of them. So I'm really excited for this one. I picked ones that I haven't read or that I never get to talk about just because I'm always otherwise talking about the same things. Number 5, eternal reading. So Austin's one was one book or a series you didn't want to end, or a dead author you would like to have a new book by if you could bring them back to life. I would choose the dead author, and I would either pick Dickens or Elizabeth Gaskell. They're very good at choosing stories or writing stories about current events, kind of shining lights on some of the bad stuff. They wrote a lot about poverty and class and stuff like that. I would like to see their take on the world today. Either one of them would have very interesting things to say. Number 6, Michael's Backlog. At Michael's Backlog 2. The book that's been on your TBR the longest, and for some reason never seems to get read. That would definitely have to be The Heroes of Olympus, The Blood of Olympus, book 5 of the second series of the Percy Jackson. I keep putting it off because I never wanted the series to end. And now I probably would have to reread all the books in the second series of The Lost Heroes just to figure out what's happening before I even get to this one. But this was the UK edition. I actually ended up getting 2 copies because I got a signed copy from Rick Riordan, but then I liked this cover better, so I got it. So I have 2 copies, and I still have never read it. Number 7, The Crusty Codex. Brian the Crustic. A book that borrowed, I can't read my writing. A book that burrowed its way into your withered little heart, even though the genre annoys you almost as much as the cloud that's just begging for a fist shaken. Or name a favorite curmudgeonly character. So, I don't know about curmudgeonly, but I actually, so I just finished the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and I'm going to pick Princess Donut the cat. Not that she's curmudgeonly, but she's very distinct personality, and she can be abrasive at times, which is funny because her character is supposed to be very charismatic. And she is to like strangers, but like her relationship with her manservant bodyguard, Carl, is very much, she seems curmudgeonly, or she views him as such and is abrasive towards him. But number 8, and so I cannot say this one right, Kvetsov, at Kvetsov-K8V, I think. And so he has already done this prompt, and then he made his own prompt for it, which I enjoyed, so I included that one here. And he said a book with a flower in the title, or a book set in Bohemia, Prague, or Central Europe. And so I chose a book that's actually set in Bohemia. And this was, well, actually not Bohemia, I read it wrong. I went and grabbed this book out of my car specifically for this one, thinking it was Bohemia, but it's actually Bavaria. But it still fits within the Europe one. I was kind of disappointed now. I remembered it wrong. But this is set in 1880, and it's A Warning About Swans, and it's by R.M. Romero, and it's actually written in verse, which is pretty interesting. I haven't read it yet, but I've wanted to. Like I said, I picked ones I haven't read. And then I'm tagging someone, and I'm doing Alex, the Abashed Reader, and Unabashed Reader, sorry. And for his prompt, the Unabashed Reader, I am choosing a graphic novel, just because a lot of people are more highbrow about it, and some people don't like graphic novels. I love them, and I'm unabashed about it. So This is another one that I got at a used bookstore, and this is The Fox Maidens. And it's fantasy, and it's gonna be a fun story just because I enjoy the art, I enjoy the fantasy aspect of it, and it is by an Asian author. So we will see how they all go. But this is by Robin Ha. And I have another one of hers that is called The Almost American Girl that I haven't read yet either. So I'll look forward to reading both of those and report back to you. So that's who I'm tagging. So Alex, I'm tagging you. And so when you tag somebody, you're supposed to come up with a prompt or a book that reminds you or represents their, you basically book channel name or something kind of that gives you inspiration. And so that's why I chose that. But you can come up with your own for that and kind of continue this along. But it was a lot harder than usual, but I enjoyed this one. And I'm glad that we were able to do it and bring it to all of you guys. So as always, thank you and happy reading.